Then coming to the Power BI part, that how relationships we would be working in the Power BI desktop. So first is how to identify the relationships. Second is the directions of relationship. When it comes to directions of relationships, it is a very important topic, because whenever we would be dealing with in Power BI, when we would be applying filters to data in one table, and then they might be reflected in other tables, or they won't be reflected in data from other tables. So that all things we would be covering when we would be dealing with live data. So it's a very crucial topic, the directions of relationships. Then there comes auto detect, that how relationships they are automatically detected in Power BI whenever you import data from multiple tables. So what Power BI does is that it automatically finds the relationships between tables and creates the relationships itself. We won't be doing anything. It would be just automatically loading the data and detecting the relationships between multiple tables. Then comes the remove auto detected relationships. If the detected relationship isn't right, that we do not want that this relationship should exist, we need to switch off that feature. So how we could do that? Then is manually create relationships. If we are not satisfied with the relationship that the Power BI engine has detected, we want to create some manual relationships, then we could use this option. Then there comes, if what if there are multiple relationships between two tables, so which relationship would be used in a data model? So all those topics that comes under relationships in Power BI. So now
Okay.
we would be going to Power BI to understand all those topics. Now I have a Power BI. I have logged into Power BI desktop. It is a blank file for now. And firstly, I would be getting data from Excel workbook. Now I would be going to the point where I have data, and I have data in the BI dimensions file. On the link, it has. I would be sharing the link for the data set. We would require it. So let's load data from all these tables: product table, geography table, and manufacturer table. And because the data is in a raw form, so we need to transform data. So we would be firstly transforming the data and then loading it into our Power BI model. So all these topics dealing with data, we have already covered this in our past slides. So probably Anil, if you want to understand if you have some issues with it, you could probably refer to those topics in order
Sure,
how do we transform this data.
sure, sure.
So still, like, now we would be again working on it. If you could see that here data doesn't make sense. So firstly, what I would do is I would be transposing the data, and then I would be promoting first row as headers. So now data makes sense. These three columns I have as null, so I don't require these columns. So I would be removing these. I will remove these columns. Then comes to geography. We are just transforming the data to make it more sensible. Then again to the product table, and then so here it's fine. And transform. Okay, so now data makes sense. So now we have three tables: product table, geography table, and manufacturer table. So we have modeled the data in correct form that we require. And now in order to load the data in a Power BI desktop, what we would do is we would use the option under home, then close and apply. So what it does is it would be loading our data into a Power BI desktop file. Because the amount of data is very large, so it might take some time in order to load this data.
Hmm.
So meanwhile, the data is so already loaded. Now Power BI is detecting the relationships, and there are some errors, so that we would be dealing on later on. So for now, let's go to the our today's segment, the relationship segment. Okay, so we have three tabs when we go into the Power BI. Firstly is the visualization tab, that whatever dashboards or the graphs that we need to plot, so that all would be fetched over here. We would be creating over here the visual parts. Then here is the data part, that how tables are arranged or how data is arranged in the tables. So all those things we could view under the data tab. And then comes the report tab, so or the model tab, which depicts that how tables they are connected to each other. So if we see, we have three tables in our model. First is geography, second is manufacturer, and third is the product table. Just in order to zoom in, zoom out, I could use this feature over here. So we have three tables, and here is product table, which has columns category, manufacturer, price, product ID. Then geography too, we have multiple columns, and then manufacturer as well. So whenever we loaded the data, we saw that, so this is the relationship. If you see that the manufacturer table and the product table, they are already connected to each other, right? So this is the
Yes.
relationship was automatically detected. So that's how auto detect works, that we didn't create any relationship. We just loaded the data. What Power BI did is it detected the relationship in itself and created the relationship between those tables based on.
Sir, give me one second. I have one doubt here.
Sure.
For suppose in both tables, manufacturer ID is there.
Right. So just
Yes.
one more thing I would like to add, that if
Yes.
in
Yes.
order, I need to see that how tables are related, that which column is used to create the relationship. I would be just
Okay.
pointing on this, and you see that manufacturer ID has been highlighted, that this column from both the tables has been used as a foreign key or a relationship key, that this key, column has
Okay.
been used to create relationship. And
Okay.
even if
Then
you,
for suppose. Yes. Let me finish it.
yeah,
For suppose if there is like two IDs, like here manufacturer ID is there.
okay,
But in the same scenario, for suppose customer ID is there. In manufacturing table also customer ID is there, and product table also customer ID is there.
okay.
Then how to detect the relationships based on manufacturer ID or based on customer ID?
So that would be automatically taken care of. That Power BI, whatever it seems fine, it would be creating relationship based on that. But then always
Okay.
we could override that part. If we need to remove that automatically detect relationship, and we need to override that thing, that we could do is that we would be discussing that how we can remove these things, the auto detect feature, and how we could override that part. Then that those all things we would be covering today.
Okay.
So if you see,
Fine.
there is a no relationship between geography and product table because there isn't any common column in our data model. And one more thing I would like to add over here is, if you see that here it has one on the manufacturer side, and there is a star asterisk on the product side. So it
Yes.
depicts that every one row from manufacturer has multiple rows in the product table. That it is one to many relationship from manufacturer to product table. It is one to many. But if we see from product table side, it is many to one relationship, as we have discussed earlier. Okay. So this is manipulation, one relationship. We could move the tables as we want. And if you see, there is a small arrow as well in the relationship, right?
Yes.
And it is pointed to the product table. So it is basically the direction of the relationship, that which side the relationship is directed. That one manufacturer ID is related to multiple manufacturer IDs in product table. So it is the relationship. Okay. And
Okay.
there isn't any relationship between geography, and we can't even join it. So but it was a part of our model, so the data has been loaded in the geography table. So if I am not satisfied with this relationship and I need to remove it, what I could do is I could right click on it and I could click on delete, so the relationship would be deleted. So we have removed the relationship. Okay. And in order to again create the relationship, there are multiple types how we can create relationship. First is, in the home ribbon, you would see that there's an option of manage relationships. When I click over the manage relationship, so currently it states that there is no relationship defined yet, because there was one relationship and we have already deleted that relationship. So I could use the auto detect feature as well, that you could again auto detect, or either I could use a new option wherein I would be manually creating the relationship. When I click on new, so it would ask me that which table I need to use as first table. I would be using the manufacturer table, and what table I need to use second is product table. Okay, so it has already
Hmm.
displayed that there are relationship one to many on manufacturer ID. I would be selecting this. If I need to create on manufacturer, I could use this as well. I could join it with product, but it wouldn't make sense because there is no row between manufacturer and product. So I would be clicking on the column that I need to use as a key, and I would be using clicking same in the product table. I've made the selections. So if you see cardinality over here, so it defines that what sort of relationship it is. If I need to make it one to one or one to many or many to many, I could use this. But it automatically detects it based on the data, or way it would be using one to many. And then this cross filter direction, like we had a button over there, the arrow, which told that which direction the relationship is aimed. So we could even use the both directions.
What it
So
is, Tej? Filter direction means what it is exactly?
right, so this would come in play when we would be dealing with data. For example, when we would be dealing with these filters and slicers, so make sure that you attend that session, because this point that would be covering over there, we would be covering this point when we would be dealing with the data visualization part. So it is there that it would make more sense. So it's no sense if we would be discussing it right now, because we won't be able to
Okay.
see its effect right now. If we need to see the effect of this option, so this can be only used when we would be using the visualization pane, when we would be covering that part. So I'll make sure that I include this point,
Okay.
right? Because currently I could use this, but you won't see that it would be making an impact because we can't visualize that how it is impacting the data.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
just in order to visualize it, we would be keeping this point for our next session when we would be covering the visualizations part.
Okay.
Okay, and now I've made the cardinality and I have told the relationship as well. And when I click on OK, so our relationship has been created, and then I will click on close. So now our relationship has been created between both our tables. So that's how we create relationship between two tables and how we delete them as well. And I could even double click over here and again edit relationship. I could make it both. Click on OK. Now there would be two arrows that the relationship they work in both directions. So this would make sense when we would be working with filters, visuals. So then I'll make sure that I cover this topic.
Okay.
So that was for today, that we have, if you're going by the slide, how to identify relationships, because they are shown by the line. Direction of relationships, we are told that there are small arrow in the relationship which tells what direction their relationship is in. Then auto detect, how to remove auto detect relationships, how to manually create and manual relationships between two tables. So for example, if we see over here is, we do not have a scenario of multiple relationships over here. Let's just create another relationship over here of manufacturer. Just say let us create a relationship, one more relationship of manufacturer and product. There's another way to create a relationship. If I drag the column name from first table to the column name of second table, so it would be creating a relationship. So now we see that there are two relationships right now. One is
Yes,
based
yes.
on manufacturer ID and the second is based on the manufacturer product which we have created just now. And even if we go to manage relationships, we would see that there are two relationships right now. One is manufacturer ID in product table and manufacturer table. Second is the product in product table is related to manufacturer in the manufacturer table. So
And
we just created it
yeah,
by
Tej.
dragging and dropping.
Yes, yes, Tej. I want to know something here. For suppose it shows like active, right? One relationship is active and one other is
Right.
inactive. What exactly you even in the real time scenario,
Mhm.
how it is useful, like active relationship and
Right. For example,
inactive.
let me tell in a real scenario. For example, we have some orders. We have a orders table and there is
Okay.
product table as well. There are like
Okay.
we have one date table as well, which is very important table for next session tomorrow. Probably we would be covering the date table. So what date table? It has multiple columns of date format and everything. So in product on the sales table, we have options like sales date, and we also have order date, right?
Mhm.
That we have multiple columns over there, the sales date and order date, like what date the order was placed and what date, let's say, there is the sales has been made. let's say they are different dates. So whenever we create a relationship between those tables, between date table and sales table, we are in ambiguity that which relationship we need to use, right? Because we need to see data in based on the sales date relationship or based on order date relationship. So for that purpose,
Okay.
we could create multiple relationships, and then we could use both those relationships separately to find different values. It won't be
Okay.
clear right now because it's just theoretical. I'm just talking about it right now. But again, when we would be dealing with the data, then it would make more sense again. It's too early for
Okay.
that.
Okay.
So for today's session, it was just to brief that there can be multiple relationships and how we can deal with those relationships. So we would be applying
Okay.
these in the upcoming sessions. For today, it was just the basics that what are relationships and how we can see them or remove them. Okay. And if I need to make
Okay.
it uh, active, so that's how we have relationships. And the primary relationship that has been depicted using a solid line, whereas the inactive relationship that has been depicted using the dotted line. Okay.
Okay.
So these are multiple
Okay.
relationships. And one more thing that I would like to add is when we go to the file and option and settings, let's say I go to options. So we have all the settings of a Power BI, and let's say there are regional settings for the current file and global for all the Power BI files. Then there's data load, and if I need to disable the auto detect relationship feature, because what Power BI did is it automatically detected the relationship and created the relationships between two tables. If I need to
Yes.
switch off that feature, so I could go to the file options and I could uh, change this feature over here. For just for if it needs to be specific to this file, it would be current file. But if I need to make this feature for all my files or upcoming files that I will be working on, so I could make that selection over here in this. That the data load it should be. So here the feature could be turned off. So that's the difference between global and current file. So I guess we are running short of time. So that was all for today's session. We have covered all those topics, and I make sure that the issues that we would be covering or discussing those in the upcoming sessions. That how these things they can be viewed, the directions, and the using current and active and inactive relationships. Those would be definitely being covered in the upcoming sessions.
Okay, Tej. Thank
So
you.
I believe that Anil, it was a fruitful session.
Yes.
So because
Yes.
we have discussed on relationships, various types of relationships, how to identify relationships, remove them, auto detect, create new relationships, and how to turn off the auto detect feature, right?
Yes.
So in case you have any concerns or anyone has any concerns, so they could post those questions in a group or even on the YouTube video that we would be sharing.
Okay. Okay. Tej.
So thanks for joining today's session.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you
Okay,
for
have a
that.
great day.
Yeah. Thank you. You too. Bye. Bye.
Bye.